Hello guys, good evening. Oh my god, I'm a bit tired because I've been walking and I still have not acclimatized, so I'm just out of shape. Maybe one of these things. But we are just wanted to show you around. These are like some parts of Bogota. So I'm going to a street which is apparently beautiful, or there are things going on there. And some influencers talk about it. God, am I going to call myself an influencer? I don't know. But point is that a lot of people who solo travel, so they either don't talk about it or it just doesn't come out that solo travel is not all fun and games. There are definitely parts which are a bit slow, where there's not a lot going on, where you're just wandering aimlessly around the streets, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, the view looks really nice and I'm very easy to get distracted. So yeah, there are not a lot of fun parts where you have to plan, you have to figure out what to do next. Because if I will tell you about me, I usually go with not having a lot of plan. I have a broad guideline of where I'm going and what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is, let me breathe. So I am starting here in Colombia, then I will go to Ecuador, then Peru, then Bolivia, and then we will head to, God, what's the last place? Yeah, that is Brazil. That's where I'm going. So that's what I know. And right now, all I knew was what am I going to almost do in these 3 days, and still I had to plan every day what I was going to do. And apart from that, tomorrow I'm heading to a new city, so I have zero idea. I asked ChatGPT what are the things to do, then I'm going to cross check that with, what do you call it, yes, with Reddit. And then I'm going to go look at someone's itinerary as well to see if I'm covering the things that I really want to see. And that's what I will do for next 4 days. But yeah, that's how I plan, 3-4 days in advance. That looks really cool. I'm just like peeping into someone's house or whatever it is. Not the coolest thing ever to do, but it looks really pretty. Look at this. I'm going to show you. Look at this window. See. This is how it looks. And this is the cobble street here. Yeah, so this is a bit less busy street. I was previously on the street on the right side, which was a bit busy, full of people driving around. So I chose to go with this one. So this is the view. You see all the way to the top there is this mountain, as you can see. So this city is right by the mountains, and this is the whole street. And if you see on the other side, so this is how the street looks like. Wow, that's so pretty. It's reminding me of San Francisco, because San Francisco also has such straight streets. And if you know anything about me, obviously you don't, because I started posting the day before. I love symmetry, and anything that is symmetric like that, I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to also take a picture of some of these houses because they look really pretty. I have to get it out. Bit of a zoom, click, done. We have already taken the picture of this street, so now we are going to continue. This is one thing that I don't really appreciate, that I want to check what is on the map and I can't. Oh my god, look at this. So beautiful, right? Look at this. One more. I don't know, probably they are traditional houses or some kind of houses that are really pretty, including this door over here. So, yep, just walking through the streets aimlessly, not aimlessly actually. I'm heading to a place which is that street, a nice street. And I also have a work call at 7 p.m. This is 6:30 right now. So once I reach 7 p.m. I'm going to start that work call. So this is how I make my money. I take some of these work calls, which gives me enough flexibility. At the same time, I can choose what times I want to work at, and yeah, and I try to take few calls like a week, so that will cover my living expenses, traveling expenses, and such. And last year when I was traveling, I almost worked full time, like almost 6 to 8 hours every day, while I was also working full time. So you are looking at me walking around in Florence, got out of one museum, got a call, I will sit down in a cafe, or literally sometimes I just sat down in the main center and I took these work calls. And yeah, I was pretty intense, but this time I think I'm going to take it a bit slow, and I'm just going to chill the fuck down and take fewer calls because I want to be present. And as I already mentioned, that I'm going to take a job after this, after I'm done with this travel, a full-time job. So I will make money. I mean, we will always make money, right? There is only some time in life when we will not make money, otherwise we'll always be working. And I've just decided that I don't want this to be my whole life, so I'm choosing to not always be busy, and I'm choosing to have some of these experiences in my life. Oh, by the way, did I tell you how I chose to go for this trip? I think I did. I don't remember exactly, but the whole idea was that I feel like I'm 36 right now, and I will, by 40, I will have a family. I want a family, and by that time I will not be able to do a lot of these things that I want to do, like these ad hoc travels, these solo travels, backpacking travels. So I am trying to exhaust some of these experiences that I only can have now, and that's what I'm doing. Although even after kids, it is a different experience, but you can still do it. I have a acquaintance, a friend, so that guy, he had a paternity leave, and he literally started traveling with his family and a 4-month-old baby, and I think he did a pretty good job there. So it is not hard, it's just that you have to make ways for things to happen. But obviously it will not be like this where you don't have to think or plan. So yeah, that's my whole goal. That's why I decided, okay, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to not focus on just making money all my life, which is what I did for last 15 years. And now I am choosing to just chill and relax. Yeah, that's my plan. So that's how we are here. I think this is a nice street. It's just that it's Monday evening, so not a lot of activity going on here, but this is definitely one of the good streets back. So yeah, these are like some really nice restaurants, cafes, places. So maybe this is one of the places where I'm going to just sit down and have a little bit of work done. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, this is like more modern part of it, and there is still some old parts. So we're just going to have a look at that old building once, and then we'll come back to this street and we'll find a place for ourselves to sit down. I will also walk you through my experience with the graffiti tour which I took the day before, and I created a graffiti as well. Not illegally, but I created a graffiti, and this is how this building looked like, full of graffiti. Really interesting. Such amazing character. I like that little balcony over there. It's really cool. A fun thing about me, by the way, so when I was 17 and I was supposed to go to university, I had some choices between whether I'm going to be an engineer or I'm going to be an architect. So I just gave the exam for architecture out of whim, and I realized that I have a really good eye for visualizing things. So I ended up getting a really good rank, which almost gave me the best college in India for architecture. But for some reason, it was never in my card, so I decided not to go for it. And this is how we ended up in engineering. And I don't know how life would have been if I had taken architecture, but I would say that life has not been bad with software engineering either. So yeah, happy with my choice. And that is an interesting thing. Okay, I'm yapping right now, so yeah, just look at the video and look at the street and listen to me yapping non-stop. So one of the things I wonder about a lot is what our life would be if we took the other choice. And you might have been through those places where there are two choices, both are mutually exclusive. If one happens, the other one does not. And what do you do in that case? So what I realized, I always thought about, okay, I took this choice and the second choice, I would never know whether it would have been better or not, because I never lived that life. I just closed that chapter, and over time I just realized that I have become comfortable with that. Whatever choice I made, I'm going to make that choice with confidence. I'm not going to be a slave to the choices and what ifs. So I'm just going to make a choice and I'm just going to live by it. So that's what I decided, and that's how I try to live my life. Still get into the places where I am getting into what ifs, but by this time I think it has become a habit for me to just be fine with those choices. So if you're listening to this and you also had choices that you had to make and you all wondered how my life would have been if I had chosen otherwise, you can tell me in comments, how did it go for you, what choices that you were making, and how is your life now, and what do you think the life would have been. Maybe there will be some other people in the community who will tell you more about it, give you some thought, or give you some solace that the choices that you made were ultimately not as bad as you think you are. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to go in one of these places and I'm going to show you once I'm there. Goodbye. This is me. Bye.